Good afternoon. Welcome to the Walford Campus Virtual Open event. In this session, we're going to be talking about the different Foundation Studies courses available at the Walford campus. We've got a short video to show you first that will just give a little insight into the different courses available. And then we've got the tutors on hand to answer any questions that you may have. So sit back and enjoy the videos. And if you've got any questions, feel free to type them in.
Hello, my name is Carl Morris and I'm Head of North Shropshire College. I would like to welcome you to our Walford Campus Virtual Open event. I thought I would start by explaining why you should consider Walford for your post-16 education. We offer a wide range of general and career-specific courses ranging from animal management, agriculture, equine, motor vehicle and foundation studies. Our teachers are available throughout the Virtual Open event to explain the details of each course. In most cases, we offer different levels of courses ranging from entry level to level 1, to level 2, level 3, and even higher nationals in animal management. Virtually all of our students progress onto a positive career path, whether that is university, a job, or an apprenticeship. Our timetable is very different to other colleges. The vast majority of students come into college for 3 days per week. During this time, they do work very hard, but they are given the freedom for part-time jobs and work experience on the other 2 days. This also reduces their travel time into college. We have excellent facilities for all of our courses, with specialist workshops and practical areas where needed. Just as a reminder, we do have student accommodation available. If you have any questions, please take the opportunity to speak to teachers during the event. Staff will be available to discuss transport and finance queries as well. If you have not done so already, it is not too late to apply for next year. This can be done by filling in an application form found on our website. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the event.
Hello, I'm Anna McGee and I'm the Curriculum Team Leader for our Foundation Studies department based at the Walford campus. We offer courses from entry level 2 to level 1 in living independently and skills for living and work. The aim of our courses is to support learners in developing the skills that they need to progress into further education, employment and independent living. Our courses run for 1 year, with many learners choosing to stay with us and progress onto their next level of study. All courses run over 3 days per week, which includes main curriculum study, 1 hour of tutorial and functional skills classes. Work experience is really important to us in the department, and we encourage learners to take part in a 2-week work placement every academic year. We can support with finding placements, but it's a really good idea if learners have an idea of where they would like to go before they come to us. Our classes are taught in our new Collins Centre building, which has 2 spacious classrooms and a modern, fully equipped teaching kitchen. We work really closely with the student services and learning mentors in our hub to provide a positive and nurturing learning environment. We also work very closely with our team of learning support assistants who work with specific learners to ensure they get the support that they need. Courses in the department are assessed through a combination of practical assessment, photographic evidence and written work. I hope that I've given you a little bit more information. Our tutors Ellie and Dawn will tell you a little bit about each course in more detail. I hope I've answered your questions, but if I haven't, please get in touch and we look forward to welcoming you to the department. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Dawn Sloan. I'm one of the tutors in Foundation Studies. It's lovely to meet you all, and what we're trying to do is give you a taste of some of the things that we do on our courses. So I'm going to explain to you a little bit about the E2 and E3 independent living. Right, so here are some of the titles of the units that we cover with you on independent living. So we do things like cooking. We've got a brand new facility with a really good, well-equipped kitchen. We've got pet care, we've got health and fitness, road safety and travel, which is really important to get you out and about and preparing you for when you do need to travel independently, perhaps to a work experience placement or something like that. We do personal health and safety, gardening. We've got a fantastic greenhouse, glass house that we use. in lots of our lessons with you, and you'll really have lots of fun in there. Functional skills for most students. Okay, we look at the maths and the English, which you probably would have all done prior to coming here, and we continue with that and develop you in those skills. But also we look about things like time and handling money, okay, because that's very important for you all as well. Exploring the local area, okay, and also some volunteering options.
Hi, I'm Ellie Morgan. I'm one of the lecturers here in the Foundation Studies department. We have a couple of different courses that we run, but I'm going to talk to you about the Skills for Living and Work course, which we run at entry level 3 and at level 1 at the moment. The idea of this course is to kind of get you used to college life. It's to prepare you for the world of work or further study, depending on what you want to do when you leave here. Some of the skills and some of the modules that we do, we look at handling different types of animals over on our really super animal care unit. We look at different employability skills, preparing you for work experience and work placements, or going out and getting a job. We do some work on habitats, a bit of woodland management, accessing the countryside, kind of sort of giving you a bit more of a variety of kind of the outside world. Horticulture, we have an amazing glasshouse facility, and we're trying to develop other areas as well. We do lots of growing, and some of the food we grow we can use in our kitchen, and some we can use on our animal care unit as well to feed the animals, which is really good. We do some enterprise skills, again kind of preparing you for the world of work, handling money, how a business is run. IT skills, preparing you for life further on from college or in the world of work, using email safely, using different packages, Word, Excel, Office 365 type things. We do some cooking in our super kitchen, which has got some amazing facilities and lots of space for us all to practice lots of different cooking skills. Working as a volunteer, again preparing you for the world of work. Functional skills, we just further develop what you already have in English and maths, focusing on the things that maybe some people find a bit tricky, time, money, structure in our writing, that sort of thing. And then just general personal development skills, building our confidence, learning how to talk to people, to present in front of people, that sort of thing. We try and get out and about as much as possible on the course. We go on lots of trips and lots of visits to different places. We try and get in some key speakers to come and talk to you about different things that we do, and try and make it as varied and as interesting as possible.
Okay, so hopefully that's given a good insight into the different courses available and what's involved. As I say, we have got the tutors on hand to answer any questions that you may have, and I can see some questions are coming through now. Who should we start with first? Ellie, it's your top of the list. I'll go for you first. First question we've had come through. Someone's asked, do we have to wear a uniform when coming to college? Oh.
My video gone? Hang on. There we are. Okay. No is the basic answer. We're quite different to a school in that we don't have a specific uniform, but we do have a strict PPE rule, which is personal protective equipment, which we wear for practical sessions. So, for instance, an animal care session or a gardening session, we would expect you to be wearing overalls, steel-toe cap boots, and work gloves, which we provide as a college as part of your enrolment fee. Or in the kitchen, we would expect you to be wearing an apron. So no specific uniform, but there is a PPE requirement.
Okay, that's almost answered the next two questions in one as well then, because someone's asked, what equipment do I need and where do I keep my equipment?
Okay, so equipment, we at college can source your PPE, so you don't need to worry about that. in addition to that, you just need things like a pencil case, pens, pencils, a notepad, a ring binder and dividers are also helpful. And somewhere to keep all those when you bring them every day, so just a small bag or something like that. Each student is allocated a locker, and in that you can keep your PPE kit. You could also keep books and things, but they're not huge. So the only thing you need to bring with you when you come to college is a padlock for your locker, and we can explain all about those when you start. And then just books, paper and pens and pencils.
Okay, brilliant. Joe, if I could bring you in next. So the next question we've had come through, someone's asked, do I bring lunch money or I pack lunch, etc. for my breaks and lunches?
Okay, well that's it's a choice really. We do have a college canteen where you can go. I know that for some students there are lunch vouchers available, and you can check before you come whether you're eligible for that. With packed lunches, we try to avoid people eating in the classroom, but there are areas that you can eat a packed lunch, so it's a choice really. Whether it's up to you whether you bring packed lunch or you go for lunch at the canteen. But like I said, you can check before you come if you're eligible for lunch vouchers.
Okay, brilliant. And then someone's asked, do we spend time with the animals?
Okay, yeah, there is time with the animals, and like Ellie said, during that time you would be expected to wear PPE. There are many animal care units. We do have access to teachers and support assistants that are very, very knowledgeable about our animals, so you do get to certain animals you get to handle, and you learn how to feed them, you learn about how to look after them. So like I say, that's not my specific background really with the animals, but I do know that there are plenty of animal units, and we've got a huge animal unit section. We're very lucky in that respect, so yeah.
Okay, brilliant, thank you. Dawn, I'll bring you in next. So someone's asked, how much practical / theory is there?
That's a good question. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. Right, okay. It's difficult to say. We try and do as much practical with the students as we possibly can, but obviously we do have to provide evidence of the work that we do, which is usually in some kind of written format. We can add things to that, like photograph evidence, which we do use quite a lot. Sometimes we can use a dictaphone for students to actually speak down, to actually explain what their answers might be. So on the whole, I would say it's probably 50-50 to answer the question, but sometimes it's a little bit more practical on some weeks. Weather permitting, we have to get a lot of tasks done, so we might choose to use some really good weather if that opportunity arises. And yeah, there is written work to be done as well, as there is on any course really. But it's fun, you know, it's very engaging, and we do try our best to make it as practical as we can. I hope that answers the question for you.
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. So in terms of the written work, someone's asked, what are the assignments like?
Right, okay. To give you an idea of the range of, we have various units, what we call units, and help me out the other two a little bit as well if you can. So we do all kinds of units. We try to explain that on the video. There's a real range of things like volunteering, cooking, horticulture, woodland management, enterprise, maths and English. Okay, so we will actually guide you into what is needed. You have a workbook to complete your assignments. Okay, there are specific workbooks for every unit that you do, and it might be that you have to do a bit of research on a particular subject, where in that case we may well get a guest speaker in to help out. which would then we could take photographs and use that as evidence in our assignments. What else are on the assignments, guys? Let's think what else we've got. Ellie, what do you think? Do you think any others? Or Anna, yeah?
So I think I'm in now.
Yep.
We're very lucky. The awarding body that we use is Open College Network, and they have a very good flexibility on the range of assessment methods that we can use. So we do units in personal development, so we'll look at building confidence and self-esteem. We'll also looking at transport, how to get about safely in your local area. We learn a lot about our local area and where we live individually, so that helps us with our living independently. And we also do some great practical topics on healthy lifestyles, food safety and hygiene. We do a lot with gardening and horticulture, so work in the glass house, and I know the teachers have been doing some great work growing food for some of the animals, which is fantastic, and it all ties in. We look at how to look after your pets, so we look at pet care, and we also do assignments on enterprise and working in the community, so we create products and we learn about selling them, so that incorporates our money skills as well. The assignments, like Dawn mentioned, some of them are handwritten, some of them are assessed based on photographs taken of you when you're doing your practical work or short videos. And we can also use question and answer. So we might ask you to tell us how you've done something, and then we can write that down for you. So it's very flexible, and we like to think that we can tailor different assessments to students depending on what support they need.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you both. While you're there, Anna, a couple of other questions. Someone's asked, what are the fees involved for the course?
Okay, so the additional course cost that you're asked to pay when you come to join us is £50, and that covers things like a trip throughout the year that's related to one of your units, and it might also cover some certain elements of your PPE, as Ellie mentioned, so if you need overalls or an apron, and just other consumable items, so if you need a memory stick, things like that. So it just covers those items.
Okay, brilliant. In terms of the trips, someone's asked, what or how many trips do we go on?
We do some fantastic trips throughout the year. We usually use one of the college minibuses. We do a lot out and about in the community. I know Dawn's lessons go to visit different companies and employers, and we've had some fantastic support from companies such as ACO and the Rotary Club before with looking at employability skills. Ellie does a lot of the trips based on horticulture and the local community, so we visit a lot of gardens, historical sites. We do a lot of walks. We also go on trips to local markets and perhaps museums to link with our enterprise courses, so we try and get out and about as much as possible, really, and we've had quite a good list of trips so far. We do some health and fitness trips too, which is always nice.
Brilliant. Someone's asked, will I have a learning support assistant to help with?
Generally, it depends on the individual student. So when you apply to come to us, we will interview you, and if you've got additional support needs that mean that you would benefit from having a learning support assistant, or you've had this before in your previous education, such as school, then we'll work closely with the teachers and the student services department to make sure that we allocate you a learning support assistant to help you in college. Generally, we do have at least 1 or 2 learning support assistants in every class that we have, and they by all means will support you if you need something. We're a very nurturing and small environment, so there's always someone around to help you if you need it.
Brilliant, thank you. 2 more questions left to go. So there's one, someone just wants to know how many people will be in my class.
General class sizes tend to be between 8 and about 12 or 13 students. So that's another thing that previous students have really enjoyed about our courses, is that we do have a very small environment, because many people who come onto the foundation studies require additional support in some way, and having a small nurturing classroom means that you get quite a lot of individualised support. So they tend to be quite small classes.
Okay, brilliant. And then one final question that's come through is just, what could I go on to do after these courses?
Okay, we do have some young people that go straight into employment after our courses, so that's a good success and a good progression. We also have students who want to progress onto other areas within the college, whether that's a level 1 in some of our vocational subjects such as motor vehicle or land-based studies. Some go on to our Oswestry campus to apply for sport or hairdressing. We've also got links with County Training's Advanced Study Programme, so students can potentially apply for that and look at supported internships, which is a stepping stone into an apprenticeship. It just gives you a bit of a buffer where you can have some support to get you into the world of work.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much.
No problem.
So it looks like that's all the questions that have come through for us so far. I'll just give a minute just in case there's any further questions someone might have. In the meantime, though, this session has been recorded, so if you want to look back at this to watch it again, it'll be up on our YouTube channel shortly, as soon as we're able to get it up there. If you're watching that and you think that a question you would have asked hasn't been asked, by all means contact us through the website or through social media channels, and we can certainly relay those questions to the tutors or to whoever can best answer that for you. Just looking to see if any other questions come through. Doesn't look like they are, in which case I'll probably wrap it up there. But thank you for watching. If you've got any other questions about general student support or any other general queries, our next and final session of the day is all about those areas. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.